Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
What is the goddamn deal? It is your boy, Marley Betson. This this thing we do right here is Brothers in Betson NBA edition Sunday is, of course, I got the homie Mr. LJ from Houston, who always joins me on this Sunday. And also, we went up north. I made a couple calls late night. Got the homie Mr. Plus. Y'all go check out Plus at official no cap bets. Great stuff on that channel, my brothers. What's up? What's going on? How you boys doing on this Sunday?
How about that Garcia fight, boy? Tank Garcia. God damn. I don't know who got their ass whooped worse, the Grizzlies or Garcia.
So I hit you last night, right before the fight started, and I told you,
Yeah.
I said Tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been feeling like this, and I said this on the show. I think I said this on the show that we did Friday. What did we do our show? Friday?
Yeah, we did Friday.
I think I said at the end of the show, I think I did a gesture like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, Tank for the knockout, if I'm not mistaken, before, it was anybody that watches, that knows boxing, to me, my opinion, knows boxing. It was no question Tank was going to win that fight.
He was the better fighter. And, I don't know if you guys caught this, LJ, maybe you might have caught it too, but Tank literally predicted the seventh round.
I saw it.
He was with B. Marshall, and he said, I think I'm going to get him in the seventh.
I saw it. I did see that. I'm a boxing fan, man. I know it's not the, biggest combat sport anymore, UFC. And I like UFC too. Shout out UFC. I'm not one of those UFC or boxing kind of people. I like both. But I mean, this was easy money, man. Like, no question. Ryan hasn't, and I like Ryan. This is not a knock on Ryan. I like Ryan. I think he's a talented, skilled young fighter, but he just wasn't ready to get in the ring with a fighter of Tank's caliber. Like of this magnitude, that's like, and that matters in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't had enough. Yeah, think about it. That was a mega fight. It was millions. That arena was packed. The pay-per-view, everybody is watching you. It's different when you walking into the ring and you're not that, you're expected to win, and it's not a mega fight. You walking into the ring and it could go 50-50. And this guy has sold out arenas before. It's not nothing new to him. And then the competition that they fought up until this point. Like, Ryan ain't fought nobody. As talented as he is, and as quick as his hands were supposed to be, haven't fought nobody. And defensively, like, he doesn't move his head. You know what I'm saying? His feet's not that good. He drops his hand. You can't drop your hands against a guy that knocks people out. That's what he does.
And he's 22. He's 22 years old. So, I mean, like, yeah, it looks like he's got a lot of learning to do for sure.
But I like it. Like I said on my Twitter last night, too, after the fight. Shout out to King Ryan. Like, that's something boxing needed, a big mega fight, because all the stars keep, I don't want to say dodging each other, but everybody trying to protect that and think they're the next Floyd because they want to retire undefeated. When before it wasn't like that. Just because you got one loss don't mean your career is over. Like, all you got to do is go beat the next big guy. It's a bunch of them. Ryan can go fight. I don't think he can beat this person, but I'm just saying it. Ryan can go fight Shakur and get a win, and his career is right back where it was. It's not like over when you lose. That's the thing I hate about these new cats. Like Sugar Ray and Tommy Hitman Hearns, they got losses. Sugar Ray lost to Duran, but Sugar Ray was known as one of the ain't too many undefeated fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can't beat Floyd.
That's what's up.
Anyway, all right, that was enough rant, man. How you boys did yesterday in the NBA?
Them Lakers got me. I'll leave that there. Everything else
What's
was good. Everything else was great. But yeah, those Lakers got me, man.
faded the Lakers yesterday?
Yeah, I thought Ja coming back. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be real with you, I was kind of feeling myself from taking Miami money line. I was feeling myself, and like I had no business even really touching that game. I was just like, all right, it's a good day. The fight's on, but let me go sprinkle some pizza money on Memphis. And yeah,
Oh, that was a Lakers bet or not. That was a Lakers trifecta bet. Like Memphis was talking like they won both games at home.
I know it's wild,
They
man.
only won the second game.
It's
They was
wild.
talking like they took care of their business. No, you lost the game at home. LA has the advantage and they're going back home. You can't let Dylan Brooks hype you up, man.
Hey, shout out Dylan Brooks. He's Canadian. You know what I'm saying? I had to just be a patriot for a second. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you. So, but everything else went good for you. So you took Miami. You know what I'm saying? I assume you took Philly.
All over Philly, man. I love like when the star's out. That's when I want to take the team. You know what I'm saying? Especially on a short
Yeah,
line.
yeah.
I love seeing a star
I
out.
was. Why coach calling me? We're gonna answer it live. We're gonna answer it live.
Oh, that's what's up.
What's up, coach? I'm live right now doing the NBA show. It's crazy that you're calling me.
What
I'm
up,
not watching.
coach?
You hear it plus? Plus says, "What's up, coach?" I think he hung up. He probably finna get off. Anyway, so yeah, man. LJ, how you do yesterday? I saw you shaking your head. I know you took the Lakers.
Yeah, I was all on the Lakers yesterday, bro.
Yeah,
Hands
yeah, yeah.
down.
So easy.
I kind of broke a little bit over even. Like I went in the Philly game, I took the Nets team total under that hit, but then I took the Clippers to cover. They didn't cover. And
Right. That's
the
one
third game, what was the
of my
third
losses
game before the Laker game?
That was Heat.
before
Heat.
the Laker game,
Yeah,
the
I
Heat
took the
game.
first quarter over with the Heat and the Bucks, and that didn't cash. So I was down until that Laker game came. I took the Lakers first quarter, and I took them full game spread. So I came up good after that. So that was pretty
All
much.
right. All right. Well, boys, that was watching my Twitter. Obviously, we didn't do a show yesterday. I was at track all fucking day with my kids. I got 7 in the morning. We didn't leave till 9. I
Damn.
barely got home to watch the fight. Yes, I was fucking pissed. Anyway, though, but I did tweet out my plays. Clearly, Lakers first half and full game, easy money. Suns second quarter, shout out to Nasty Nate. He put me on that a week ago. I've been saying it since then. Easy money on that Suns second quarter. But I did take the Clippers 7.5. I thought they would lose, but I thought they would cover, basically, is what I assumed would happen. They kind of fighting for their life. I thought that they would come out. I respect Tyloo so much as an NBA coach for what he's doing with that team.
Yeah.
Never can have Kawhi and Paul George at the same time for long
So
periods.
unfortunate, too. It's
It's
so
crazy.
unfortunate,
Right.
man.
It is crazy. It's insane that they're in the playoffs every year though and competing every year. And he just is just I feel sorry for Tyloo, but respect over there. So I lost that game. And man, I missed the Heat game. I wish I was listening to you plus on that one because I was at the track meet all day and I knew I was gonna come back and look at it because I didn't give it out as a play or one of my 4 plays. And by the time I went back to go make a play on it, the first quarter they was already up like 9, and it was like I knew I wasn't gonna get a good line, so I just fucking left it alone. So that was my NBA day. I went 4-1. Ultimately, great day. Then I hit the tank fight, so no complaints on my end. All right, fellas, let's get to business.
Yeah.
Reason why we're here today, and like I said earlier, we're gonna start here. Cavs and Knicks. I don't know. Cavs fighting for their playoff lives, maybe. Kind of. I'll let you guys figure it out. Well, now the line is at -2. The total is at 205. I've called every game of this series right so far. Knicks +5 game 1. Cavs, whatever the spread was, I called that before the game started. Me and LJ talked about that this Sunday. It was like 2 days before. Cavs are nothing. Knicks first game at home. I'm on the Knicks. I'm still on the goddamn Knicks today. I basically think this series is over. I will take the Cavs. I'm calling this series ahead of time. I will take the Cavs first game back in Cleveland after this game, which is what, game 4, game 5.
5.
I'll
Yeah.
take Cleveland game 5 as long as the spread is reasonable. But Knicks win both these games at home. I think they close it out at 6 at home. I like a -2 here. I am on the Knicks first half and full game. I just don't think Cleveland has enough to beat this team. I think me and Cap talked about this the last time.
Yep.
The Knicks are just more talented to me. We saw what happened when RJ Barrett finally joined the party last
You called it.
game. Because the first 2 games he was missing in action, and they won the first one. Cavs were out of desperation in the game 2. They had to win that one. I haven't even looked at the numbers of this game, just to be honest with everybody, but I feel like I got a feel for it, and I've been calling it. And Jalen Brunson, again, Donovan Mitchell is a scorer, right? He's a scorer. He's a good basketball player. Brunson is a leader.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? He's a leader that can score. You know what I'm saying? And he has just a better talent around him. I like this Knicks team. I like what Brunson has meant to him. I'm not going anywhere. I like the first half. I think it's at -1, maybe. I'm going to money line the first half, though, and I'm going to money line the full game. I'm not playing with the 2, even though I think they cover. It's just one of my rules in NBA when it's like that. Give me the Knicks first half and full game. Let's go, LJ. You started off with us.
Sorry about that. I was still capping games.
Yeah. I got you do your thing. I know.
We on the Knicks and the
stats.
Cavs. Yeah, this is gonna be. I say Knicks again too, man. I mean, the Cavs can't score, bro. They don't have enough firepower. They got Donovan Mitchell. They got Darius. But when you get down to their bench, because they've had to move LeVert to the starting lineup because they're limited on their bench. So once you put him back in the lineup, you have no production. You're only averaging pretty much 13 points off your bench. So and you're only scoring 78 points with your starters. That's including LeVert. So I don't see how the Cavs are going to be able to score enough points to overtake the Knicks. They're only averaging 94 points in the series. So I think the Knicks do win the game. They are shooting 27% from the 3, which the Knicks are, and the Cavs are shooting 31. So the Knicks, they need to stop shooting so many threes, in my opinion, and just focus on scoring in the paint, because they're +4 points in the paint scored on the Cavs anyway. So if they just stick to that, the Cavs turn the ball over a lot. They're averaging 27 points off turnovers. So they're giving the Knicks easy possessions to score. So it's just up for the Knicks to convert those possessions. So, but at a side, I really don't have a side. You know, I have more money invested in other games, you know. So I'm leaning towards the Knicks if I had to make a play. But I just feel the Cavs, you know, they could win the game in desperation today. You know, I don't know how they're going to respond, but I just rather you just lean to the Knicks. But I'm a pass for now, you know, just because I can't get really a good feel on, you know, both of these teams, because they're pretty much honestly evenly matched. You know, it's just that the Knicks get more production off their bench. They're averaging 30 points with Quickly, Hart, Hartenstein, and Toppin. But I think Grimes is a game-time decision. So that means Quickly may move into that starting lineup. So now you got Hart and Hartenstein, you know, pretty much production. But those guys are pretty much productive anyway. So the Knicks got more bodies is what I'm trying to say, you know, at the end of the day. So the Knicks should win the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Cavs, you know, cover and possibly win on one possession game and win the game.
I would be. This game is. I don't think they got enough. Cap, what you got for me, Mr. Plus? I'm sorry.
Oh, good, man. You know, it's my first show with LJ, and like you told me going in, the man is a statistician. He's gonna pull out some stuff that'll make you just switch up the bet. You know what I'm saying? If I was on Cavs, I damn well ain't anymore. You know what I'm saying? but I'm gonna lock this one up. It's gonna be New York Knicks, man. And I'll be real with you. I made a brutal mistake on Friday by taking the Cavs based on the history and the trends of the New York Knicks in the playoffs. As I said, since 2020, no team was worse than them against the spread. But this is a completely different team, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna knock them for not having Jalen Brunson last year. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure D Rose was their starting guard last year. So
got hurt.
this is a completely different team. Jalen Brunson is proven in the playoffs, not just this year, but when Dallas let him go. It's still shocking to me. They could have got him for like 50 M's, and now they got Kyrie, and they're not even in this situation. So it really goes to what LJ was saying. I gotta lean with that because it's a lot of point production that you're gonna get, and I don't think Cleveland on the road especially is gonna be able to play catch up. That home crowd was very much involved. They want to see this team get out of the first round. They're dying for it. Nothing like a New York crowd, the mecca of basketball. And I did bring a lot of negatives to the Knicks, like I said, based on past history. But the true negative is the Cavs themselves in the road underdog spot. They are 3-14 straight up this year, 6-11 against the spread. So so many times, I've gone against the Knicks, but in this situation, given the game that Garland had, he looked pretty frustrated, not a lot of production. You need all these guys to be on their A game, giving their best if the Cavs even have a chance. And just the way the momentum is swinging right now, I can't imagine that Garland, Mitchell, all these guys are going to have a tremendous game on the road, given, like I just told you, their little trend of the road underdog spot. It's Knicks, no long talking, no lies, no limits. It's no cap.
Yes, sir. You like the -2, or do you like the money line?
Yeah, like it's Knicks. It's Knicks by double digits today, man. It's gonna be a blowout.
Got you.
I'm gonna jump on that first half with you, Marley. Real shit.
I like it. I think we could get a Knicks trifecta tonight, but I'm scared of that first quarter because the Cavs could, like you said, they're going to be desperate today. They don't want to go down 3-1. So, they could come out with a little, mustard, come out with a little fight.
And you remember, Marley, on Friday, I was asking, why is this line at 2? It kind of makes Cavs look like the better team. I feel like this is a bit of a trap because everybody is going to think exactly what you're saying right now. Oh, it's got to be the Cavs. They're desperate. They don't want to go home 3-1. It's just putting everybody in a position to kind of ride the Cavs. But a desperate team, man, that's a team that's going to make a lot of mistakes, in my opinion. I think sometimes people get that narrative wrong.
Game 5 at home. That's why I'm going to take the Cavs at home. Game 5.
I'm with you right there.
They're down 3-1. That's going to be the desperation game. We don't want to go out at home on our home floor.
Right.
Let's fight, give everything we got, yada, yada, yada. Role players always play better at the crib versus on the road. So, all those numbers. So I definitely will be all over the Cavs. Whether they lose or win tonight, that game 5 at the crib is going to be a Cavs play for me. Probably Cavs first quarter and Cavs first half.
And Marley, just before we move on to the next game, I wanted to point out one more thing. Cleveland has only beat this team once, and that was that game 2 in the last 6 matchups against these guys. So it looks like New York's really got their number.
Yep. All right. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about these light-skinned guys, as I call them. Nothing wrong to my light-skinned brothers, dog. I just hop, point y'all out sometimes. I'm talking about Steph, Clay, and baby Clay. I mean, Jordan Clay.
Yep.
He wants to be Steph Curry so bad. But they got Draymond back tonight. The line is at 7.5. The total's at 237. A lot of people counted the Warriors out, the champs out after the first 2 games. I've been trying to tell people, a series doesn't start, at least that's what they always say. Series doesn't start till the home team loses. So the Warriors win tonight. We're 2-2, back where we all started from, and I think that's going to put the pressure on the Kings if the Warriors win tonight. Because y'all tell me if I'm wrong, I took the Kings first game. Felt like Kings first game at home. Stadium's going to be rocking. The energy's going to be crazy. Haven't been in the playoffs in forever. First time on a big stage, yada, 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 yada. But as I watched that first game, I kind of got the feeling like, damn, I felt like the Warriors were like the better team. I took the Warriors game 2. Lost, obviously. Kings won that game. Come back to Golden State. Gotta go Golden State. Can't go down, desperation game. Can't go down 0-3, even though Draymond is out. Gotta win this game. Poole, I expected Poole to step up. He gave 16, wasn't big, but Steph goes off. I kind of expected game 3 Clay. He's notorious for going off in game 3s. Whatever, they win. Draymond comes back. I still like the Warriors, but are we going to get that same intensity, that same back against the wall energy? Or are they like, we won a game? We still need to win, but are they going to cover 7.5? And that's where I'm kind of stuck at. I haven't made a play on this one yet. Plus, I'm going to throw it to you first on this one. I'm leaning Warriors 7.5. I'm really leaning more first quarter. I probably can catch a 4. First half, I probably can catch a 4. Somebody talk me off the ledge. Talk me on the ledge one way or the other.
This is a dub lock for me, man. We're gonna lock it all the way up with Golden State 7.5. When I took a look at this line, I kind of felt again, I do see some discrepancy. Why is this line so high given these teams looked so evenly matched going into this series? However, when I see a 7.5, just like the last game, I kind of thought to myself, one team's got rings, the other team's got new experience and a lot to learn. Yeah. And when you go into, it's not Oracle anymore. What do they call that place?
Chase Center.
There you go. Whenever you face the Warriors at home, especially this year, one of the best teams, if not the best team against the spread, right. Brutal on the road. So those 2 games kind of expected, given the way that the Warriors played on the road all year in the regular season. But this situation where you got Draymond back, Looney's coming off of a 20 rebound performance, Steph coming off of 36.
I know. Oh my God.
This is championship basketball at this point. And I don't think the Warriors felt early on they needed to pull it out that early. Played them kind of pedestrian. It's kind of like funny. We talked about the Garcia Tank match. The first couple rounds, you're feeling each other out. And I think that they kind of didn't pounce on them the way that they did in game 3. But the Warriors you saw in game 3, that's the Warriors that we know and have given us a dynasty over the last decade. We haven't even talked about Andrew Wiggins because we haven't. And I love my Canadians, obviously. Got to shout out the Canadians.
Right.
He still isn't at like his prime form yet. So if they're pulling this off, and like you mentioned, Poole with 16, not as productive as we've seen him in the past. If any of those guys step up, this should be another blowout. And Warriors kind of reminding the Kings. And believe me, I think there's a lot of chirping going on from the Sacramento fan base, almost making it sound like these teams are on the same level. And if you're Draymond, if you're that coaching staff, if you're the rest of the roster, you hear what the Kings are talking about. And they actually think they have a chance in this. So I guess the Warriors are going to have to make a statement and win a couple games win at least one more game on the road, try to close the series out. They know it's all business. They're not trying to take this to 7.
I'm right there with you, Mr. LJ from Houston.
I think it's going 7. I believe all teams are going to win on their home court. And I believe the Kings will win game 7.
Wow.
But I'm taking the Warriors today because they're at home. Steve Kerr has this immaculate record at home in the playoffs since he's been the coach of the Warriors. I don't know the number off right, but I think it's like right at 89 or 90%, his record at home in the playoffs with the Warriors. So I'm definitely on the Warriors, but I'm not going to take the spread full game. I'm going to take the first quarter minus the 2.5. Because they're a +6 right now in the first quarter, averaging in the 3 games versus the Kings. So they usually come out fast in the first quarter, and the Kings have to adjust, pretty much. And I like Mike Brown, too. He deserved Coach of the Year, hands down to me, because he's changed that culture 100%. He got those players believing in themselves. They're playing defense. Like, they do give up a lot of points, but they can play defense when they really can lock down situationally and make a stop. I believe they can because they have the mentality of their coach. But their issue is shooting the three. 27% from the three-point line. Golden State is shooting 32%. You can't match Golden State like that. They have too much firepower at that position for as Curry and Clay, and even Wiggins can join into that party as well, hit a couple threes as well. So I don't think they can match them trying to outscore them from the three-point line. They got to go into the paint because the Kings are +9 points in the paint in the series right now. So they need to take care of Sabonis. They need to get easy buckets with Barnes, come off the screens with Fox and just get easy points in the paint. And also put the pressure on the referees to make the foul calls so you can get free throw opportunities as well. I believe that's the only way the Kings can stay head to toe with the Warriors, especially on their home court. Now, when they go back to Sacramento, it's different because we know the Warriors' record on the road, you see. So they still have to prove that they can win on the road. The Kings have already proved that they can win on the road because they have the best road record in the West. They could come out and win this game, but I have to see it first, and the Warriors are at home. So I'm just going to trust the record of the Warriors being at home, but I'm not going to take the spread. I'm just going to jump on the money line. I'm going to parlay it with something and just parlay the money line. But I am on the official first quarter minus the 2.5. And far as props, got to go with Steph Curry, man. You see what I'm saying? He's averaging 31 in the series, 5 3-pointers made. So I'm on his 30.5 minus 117. I'm on his over 4.5 threes, minus 139. A little bit juice, but sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, that's what's up.
I'm gonna take a shot on it.
I like that. Say that again for me. Sometimes what?
Sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze, man.
Yeah, I like that.
It's juice for a reason. He's averaging 5 threes in the series, so minus 139. I believe that's a good bet because he should cash that 5. Because he put over 4.5.
Yeah, minus 139. He's gonna shoot double-digit threes.
Yeah, so I'm expecting at least 5 of them to go in. If he can shoot 10 or 11, you know what I'm saying? Right. I'm hoping 5 will go in. And I'm on a couple steal props as well, man. De'Aaron Fox, man, 2+ steals, minus 134. He's averaging 3 steals in the series. He averaged 2 during the season. So he's a defensive-minded player. He plays the passing lanes. So I believe that he's going to be aggressive again today and get that 2+ steals. I'm also going to take Sabonis 2+ steals, 2 plus 175 because he's averaging 2 steals. And like I said, I believe that's how the Kings have to play. They have to get into those passing lanes because the Warriors like to play, they pass the ball around off these screens, and you can get into those passing lanes and get those opportunities. So I believe that both of those players will cash 2+ steals. And my last prop is Draymond Green over 7.5 assists, minus 106. Because he's coming back into the lineup today. He's the one that usually come off those screens and rolls and get those passes to Clay and Steph to get those open opportunities as well. And Wiggins is back too. So I believe Draymond would cash that over 7.5 because he's averaging 7.5 assists in his last 10 games. So I believe he cashes that 8 assists. And I'm on Curry's points and I'm on the 2+ steals with Fox and Sabonis. Warriors minus the 2.5 first quarter.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to take that Curry. What was that Curry? 5 3-pointers made?
Yeah, over 4.5.
Over 4.5. I like that. I'm going to ride that one. And Draymond.
Yeah, those are some great plays.
Draymond is proud. What was that? Over 7.5?
Yes, minus 106.
I'm going to take that one too. I like it. That first quarter was minus 2.5, right?
Yes.
And LJ, 57 and 12, 83% of Steve Kerr's games at home in the playoffs in his career.
There you go. I mean, I can't jump in front of that, man. For real.
Big facts.
King's got to prove it to me before I jump into that.
Jump in front of that one. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm a ride. I feel comfortable with the first half. LJ's right about the first quarter. Then that means I think that crowd will be rocking. They'll be jumping. It'll continue. I can get the first half at like a 4. Why am I not, man? I took the 7.5 last. I like the
Kings are a
Warriors.
good second quarter, man. They're a good second quarter team.
I'm scared of that 4.5.
They are.
I'd rather have that 7.5 than the 4.5.
Yeah, I would prefer the full game. I'm not going to take the full game. I wouldn't be mad though, because you know the Warriors can erupt at any given time. You know, and
It's hard betting against the best ATS team on the road
yeah,
this year.
at 7.5 is pretty high.
That's
They covered it
7.5.
last game,
That's
but
7.5.
they covered
Because
it last
I
game.
think the Warriors win. That's not a question in my mind. But 7.5. And the crazy thing is, yeah, you're right. They covered it last game. Easy.
Mind you, this is not the regular season, you know, where the Kings were kind of shocking everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like the jig is up. Everybody knows that this is a competent, elite Western Conference basketball team. And you got that extra smoke from Draymond. Shout out Draymond. Saginaw, Michigan is so close to Toronto, you know what I'm saying? So spent a couple summers out there, you know, shout out to Draymond. But yeah, I think they got that still lit a fire up under them.
It's a fact. I mean, the Kings only beat, even in the regular season, the Kings only beat them once out of the 4 times they played. Then they won the 2 playoff games at home. I felt like the first one was a gimme. They were going to win game 1 anyway.
Right.
Game 2 was a shocker. I'm going to ride. I'm going to ride with the full game. That's the second game of the day. All right, let's keep it moving, fellas. We got 2 more games to get to. Yeah. Those guys were next. Yeah, you called that one. You called that one on the show last time, Cap. I think I took Boston second quarter and it didn't hit on that game last time. But we're back. We're back here again. We're back in Atlanta. We got the Hawks plus the 6. Are they feeling themselves a little bit? Did Boston just really let us down? I actually didn't watch that game, so I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure what I had to do that day. But the line is at 6. I think it was 5 last game, or was it at 6? I'm not sure.
It was 5.5.
It was 5.5. The total is at 228. Obviously, the Hawks won. I made a small play on the Celtics second quarter again. I'm going back to the well just because it lost one time. I still believe in it. And my theory is I feel like the better team on the road, the first quarter is energy from the team and the home crowd. We're in the playoffs. They get the boost. They come out hype. By the time the second quarter is, they may have a small lead. I expect a better team and the crowd to calm down a little bit, injury to calm down a little bit, and the better team to show itself as the better team. So I'm right back here at the second quarter. Now I think we actually have a more focused Boston team. We clearly know they're the better team. And I'm going to listen to Cap. Cap, I remember what Cap said on the last show. This will probably be a gentleman's sweep. He expected Atlanta to get one of these games he called the first game. I don't think this series is going to go past 5. So, yeah, I think Celtics get it done today and then get it done at home for game 5 to go and get that gentleman's sweep. It's a lot of shit going on with Trae Young anyway. I don't even think he really wants to be there. I don't think they really want him there anymore neither. So let's go ahead, go ahead. They got the one game in. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. I like the Celtics overall. Don't know if they cover, but I think I can see a blowout here, man. I'm gonna watch this one live. I'm gonna take the second quarter. I'm gonna see how the game is going. But if this game is close going into late, I'm probably gonna jump on the Celtics because I think they're gonna I think they want to get them out of here at game 5 at the crib. LJ, we back on you, my brother.
Yeah, Marley, I have an issue with Boston. I don't bet Boston games.
Right.
It's just a rule of mine. I think they depend on the 3 too much. I don't like that. The Hawks also depend on the 3 a lot too. So both of these teams, either they're hitting their shots or they're missing their shots. One or the other, because Boston is only averaging 52 points in the paint. The Hawks averaging 49. So that's pretty much right there. That's an even matchup. The rebounds are pretty much 47, 43. That's not too much of a discrepancy. The discrepancy is the field goal percentage. Boston's shooting 50%, 42% from the 3. The Hawks are shooting 45%, 31% from the three. That's the game right there. Whoever's making their shots, you know what I'm saying? Whoever's effective is going to win the game. Now, if I had to make a play in this game, I'm all on Boston first half. They're plus 12 first half in the series, averaging 67 points in the first half. So that would be my only play if I had to make a play. Boston should win the game because they are the better team. You know,
Right.
so only so much you can do if Trae Young or, Murray's not, hitting the shots, because those are the ones that's averaging 20 plus. But you also have Tatum and Brown, they can put up 20 plus. And Marcus Smart, he's a game time decision, I believe, but I believe he will play. He's the X factor to me because he can defend, he can dish, and he can get you 15 points. And you got Derek White, too, who's also an X factor. He could get you 20 points because he's averaging 20 in the series. So Boston is the better team, man. We all know this. It's all about if the Hawks are going to have any heart today on their home court for their fans. It's pretty much what we have to predict, but I'm not going to do it. But I will take 2 props in the game just because I see the advantage of Dejounte Murray at these steals. He's averaging 3 steals in the series, so I'm going to take his 2+ steals plus 114. And I'm going to jump on Bogdanovich coming off the bench for the Hawks. He's a sharp shooter. I like him. Over 17.5 is his PRA, minus 115. He's averaging a 20 PRA in the series off the bench. So I'm going to take that PRA. I was looking at the 3. It's over 2.5 plus 117. He's averaging 2.5 threes in the series, and it's plus money for a reason. So for me to trust that he's going to hit 3 threes, is probably a far-fetched for me, supposed to just taking his points, rebounds, and assists, because he's averaging 14, 3, and 3. Which gives you a 20, like I just said. So I'm going to take a shot on the 17.5 PRA. And
how many threes a game does he take? That's how I judge my whether or not I'll take 3-pointer props. Not necessarily just how many they take, which I mean, not necessarily just how many they make, which is obviously important. But for me, I like the attempts, because if you're shooting, I need you to shoot a lot. I don't need you to only shoot 4 a game and your 3-point prop is at 2. That's not enough for me. I need you to shoot 6 or 7 a game.
He's shooting. He had 4 attempts in the first game, 7 in the second game, and 7 in the third game.
See, I like that 7. I know you're shooting them.
He's putting them up. It's just all about him making them. But you know, for him to make 3, he only made 3. Well, he made 3 the first 2 games, but like I said, the PRA is where, because he rebounds and he can dish, in case he gets double team, dish it out to somebody they could score. So I'd rather be confident in that, because that's giving me a 3-point, wiggle room, supposed to giving me 1 bucket on the 3, you know what I'm saying? So I'd rather trust that PRA. So those are my only 2 props in the game. And I'm not taking any side because, like I said, I don't bet Boston games.
Gotcha. I almost kind of forgot that too. We start reading it off. Cap plus.
Yes, sir.
What you got?
In the words of the great celebrity in Atlanta, Lil Scrappy, I got money in the bank. Shorty, what you drank? It's the Atlanta Hawks again. And I know I called the gentleman sweep, but I see the back door open at 6 points for a team. And like, you got to remember the Celtics, they're in the Atlantic Division. My Raptors, the Sixers, very, very tough division. So like, all props, taking nothing away again for the run that they've had over the last 2 years. We'll just talk about that. But something told me, especially like watching the way that Atlanta kind of dismantled them and gave, it almost feels like there's too much confidence with the Boston Celtics. Like they need a test. Something that's going to maybe like, and a lot of great teams kind of go through this. Like they overlook the first opponent. They think the first round is going to be a bit of a breeze because they're just trying to save it up to get to that next round, who ultimately we know now is going to be Philly. So I think the look ahead spot is kind of where I'm feeling like the Hawks can get through the back door. If not, I mean, if it's not going to be a gentleman's sweep, it's going to 6. I think, it's an underdog spot with a team that has their whole reputation on the line. They're blowing this up after this year. Like they already got rid of McMillan. They put the word out that they're open to trade talks for Trae before the play-in game. So it's like
series started.
That's wild, right? Like, so when I factor all that in, there's a group of guys that are headed in the locker room today saying this might be our last game in Atlanta if we don't rally together and give it a run. So the back door is wide open. And, like I told you on Friday, man, it's going to take every little bit of heart. It's not necessarily in this situation who the better team is. It's about who wants it more. And I can't imagine any team that wants it more than the Atlanta Hawks right now. Like we said on Friday, it's going to take the spirit of takeoff. It's going to take all the Atlanta. I need Gucci to come through. I need Jeezy to come through. I need Luda to come through.
2 Chainz, Boosie.
Young Bloods. Right? Where Lil Jon at? You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was at Freaknik. You know what I'm saying?
Bring everybody out. Yeah.
Everybody got to come out. And this one kind of just makes sense to me because, like I said, the reputation is on the line. Quinn Snyder, awful, brutal playoff record as a head coach. He's trying to at least make sure he could stay on board with this squad in particular. DeJounte Murray been longing for a playoff spot. So when I look at that locker room, like I said, given that this might be their last chance to play together, +6 seems great, especially after a win. I'm locking it up. Atlanta Hawks, baby.
I like that, man. I like that. I said earlier, if it's close, I might lean Celtics live. If it's close, I might lean Hawks live. I like everything you said. If it's close, that might give them a little, we can get this done at least, win our 2 home games, push it to 6. You can at least say we went out with a valiant effort for a 2-7 matchup. Yeah, you convinced me, sir. I like it.
Yeah, you're looking at like 3.5, 4.5. It gets a little sticky, but I got a lot of points. I got a lot of room to just kind of creep in through the back door. Even let's say, the C's are up 10 with like 2 minutes to go or whatever. That's just a couple of threes get you right back in the back door. So you know what I'm saying? I like the number at 6.
Right. To the best of my knowledge, anybody that's watching, correct me if I'm wrong, or if you guys know, correct me if I'm wrong. I think the average NBA game is 5. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm like 70. I think it's 5. All right. Let's cap it off. We got one more game to go. The late game, 8 o'clock game anyway. The last game of the night.
Yeah.
Got the T-Wolves. They're fighting for their life, facing elimination down 0-3 in this series. I actually thought they had a chance to pull this series off, at least make it a night. But by the way, they ended the season. They were playing pretty good basketball at the end of the season. But it seems like the Nuggets might be a little bit too much. The line is at 4 right now. The total is at 224. I'm gonna stick with the same, not exactly the same bets, but I made this bet every game, and it's 3-1 in this series, and that is I'm gonna take the over 224.5. It's hit every game except for the first game where Minnesota just didn't come out to play. They only scored 90 points, I believe, or 80-something points, something like that. But they're giving up 120. So all we need is for them to get to 100. Clearly, they're going to give up 120 plus points. Like I've been saying in this game, Minnesota nor Denver really cares to play any defense, or at least Jokic and a couple other people. They got some individuals that can play defense, but as a team, they don't really play defense, and they don't have anyone to protect the paint. And Minnesota just doesn't play defense. I assume that's why they got Rudy Gobert. But as I said last time we were here, I don't know why they got him, because he's not doing what his job says he's supposed to do. Defend the paint, play defense, and rebound. And they're giving up 120 plus points a game. I'll let LJ probably give up the points in the paint stats. He'll give you a deeper dive. I'm sure he knows them. But I'm still on the over here. I actually think the sweep is over tonight. I'm going to take Minnesota -4. If I was a Timberwolves better, I'd probably look early, first quarter, first half type deal, simply because, that's this when the crowd's going to come out. They're going to have the energy. They still have a chance. If this game starts getting blown out late, I could see them just packing it in and going home. Like we tried. I don't know what's going on with Cat. I didn't watch the last game, but he ended the season playing so goddamn well. I thought he was gonna announce himself and not necessarily going up against Jokic, but being able to be a big man that plays not a similar game, but plays on the perimeter, can do similar things, similar skill sets. But yeah, man, this is very disappointing in the Timberwolves, but I'm on the over. At least the game's been getting me paid. I'm on the over. I like the Nuggets tonight for the sweep. So those are my two plays. Yeah, Nuggets -4, going to get them out of here. And the over 224.5. I think we back on you, LJ. What you got for us on this one?
No, we on Cap. I went first on the Boston.
Yeah. Well, they call me points.
All right,
they
Cap.
call me. Yeah, they call me point spread plus for a reason, man. It is the Minnesota Timberwolves +4.
Okay.
I don't like what I've seen from this team. I think that, they're still missing. They're missing a piece. They thought the piece was Rudy Gobert, but Rudy Gobert is a guy that literally disappears in the playoffs. Like that's what got Utah all blown up.
That's what's crazy.
Like he just doesn't exist. You might as well be playing 5-on-4 when he's on the court. Nonetheless, they are 10-7 straight up in the home underdog spot, 11-6 against the spread. Gentlemen sweep. That's what's going to happen right here. There's no way they're going to win it in Denver. But, one thing that I realized was so important in this series was old boy punching his hand. I forget his name. It's not, you guys remember the same.
Jay McDaniels.
Yeah.
McDaniels. Yeah, tripping. Broke his own head. Insane.
So there's your perimeter defense right there. Similar to what I think somebody's going to get fired. Like,
hold on,
pieces
not to cut you off,
are going to get moved.
Not to cut you off, Cap, really quick. That shit was so stupid.
Lame.
Coming from a guy that's got mad and punched a couple walls, but I ain't never punched no brick. I'm not like, you can't be that mad, bro. Punch some drywall. I'm gonna go straight through that. But I'm not punching no brick.
Hey, he thought he was a Marvel character.
He punched the shit out that. Oh, he broke his hand. Fucking retarded. The season's about to end. Y'all trying to get in the playoffs at that point. Like, what are you doing?
And if you see the replay, like instantly he knows.
Instantly he grabbed his hand. Yeah, that's what I'm like. Instantly, it's insane. Anyway,
it's all good. No, McDaniels clearly has been the reason why they're struggling so much, because that's like perimeter defense is everything in this league.
Right.
We're in a league full of shooters. So I just think for the sake of just making their season salvageable, like there's no way anybody expected them to come through and win the series. I don't expect them to win in Denver, but to get one home game in front of your home crowd, they're probably going to blow this thing up after this year. The Gobert experiment Gobert just didn't work out, and I think that they got to find a way to move on from it. Just like in a way that, Westbrook didn't necessarily work for the Lakers, but he's looking great as a Clipper.
They gave up so much for Gobert, though.
Yeah, man. And shout out to Westbrook, by the way, man. I'm so proud of that, dude.
I out the other day, man, because they was dogging Westbrook bad. You right?
Oh, like the worst.
Yeah, highlight. Last year they were doing highlight reels of his mess ups consistently on
compilations and everything. Yeah, that's wild. But Minnesota's still 25-22 as an underdog on the season. They cover quite a bit. And look, at the heart of it all, I said this on Friday. I love this, particularly pertaining to football. But a division dog, man. These teams are very familiar with each other. They play each other a ton of times throughout the regular season. They know what they're up against, provided that there's some adjustments. I took the Timberwolves at 2.5, and you know what? I probably shouldn't have. But this time around, you're giving me a little bit of extra, room to get through the back door on this one. So I'm with the dogs again, man. I'm with the Wolves as dogs.
LJ.
Man, listen, bro. Wolves as dogs, I feel you. More so the first half is when they're strong. But in the second half, man, they let the game go away. And Denver is too strong enough for me to allow Minnesota to come in here and try to sneak a win. So I'm going to take Denver to sweep these boys today, man. They're averaging 117 points in the series. Minnesota's only averaging 101. That is 16-point difference right there for the final score. First quarter, Denver is 28, Minnesota's 24. That's a +4. First half, Denver is 60, Minnesota is 49. So that's a +11. So I am on Denver. Full game, first quarter, and first half. We're on trifecta because I do believe they will take care of these boys today. The rebounding is +8 on Denver's side. Points in the paint is +10 on Denver's side. All 5 of those categories, I feel that Denver is going to be able to take advantage of. You can look at Jokic again for his props, but for me, I'm going to take Jamal Murray over 22.5 points.
Hold up, LJ.
-10.
Hold up, LJ. I created something just for you. You don't have to give out your props right now.
Okay.
I got you. Just give out your
Okay, as far as my plays, I'm on the trifecta Denver. First quarter, first half, full game.
all
Love
spreads.
All spreads.
All spreads. Cool. All right. So I forgot I did this till I saw the segment under here. Did this just for LJ on Sundays. LJ, this is you.
Oh, look at that.
talking
That's
props.
awesome.
LJ, however many you want to get, go ahead and list away. As I tell people, he gives so many, I can't write them all down like I do our plays. So for that reason, create a little segment at the end of the show. We talking props just for LJ. Give out as many as you want. LJ, you can do your best props versus whatever, however you want to do it, man. We talking props. So
well, I mean, I can do this game
all,
for right now, but we can recap later the rest
go
of
ahead. This do your recap and do all these are your props, right? This is your segment. This is LJ's We Talking Props.
Okay, well, as far as this game, we're going to take Jamal Murray over 22.5 points, -110, because he's hit this number 20 +7 out of the last 9 games. I'm going to jump on Jokic over 8.5 assists, -145, because he's had double-digit assists 5 out of his last 9 games. And I'm going to kind of hedge a little bit. I'm going to take Anthony Edwards, man. If this is going to be his last game, I'm going to take advantage of his prop over 27.5, -109, because he's hit this 6 out of the last 10 games. He had 36 the last game. So I believe if he's going to go out today, he's going to go out with a bang. He is the leading scorer on the team. So he should get 28 to 30 points today if he wants to put up a fight and show that, they want to be competitive today. And last but not least, I'm going to take the 2+ steals, Anthony Edwards, -143, because he's had 2+ steals in 5 straight games, and he's averaging 2+ steals in the 3 games in the series. So those are my 3 props on this game. And if you want to recap the other games, I got Dejounte Murray, 2+ steals, +114. I got Bogdanovich over 17.5 PRA, -113. I got Draymond Green over 7.5 assists, -106. I got Steph Curry over 30.5 points, -117, and his 4.5 threes, -139. And I forgot to mention this earlier. I'm going to take Jared Allen's double-double +140 against the Knicks because he's averaging 10 points and 10 rebounds. So he's going to have to play in that paint and defend and have a good game in order to stay in the game and make it competitive. Evan Mobley's averaging a double-double too. It's at +114, but I didn't take that. It's good to look at, though. One of them are going to get it. It's just hard to gauge which one gets it because they swing off and on each game. But I'm going to take Jared Allen's double-double +140. And those are my props for today.
What would you say would be your top, let's say your 3 best props for today?
3 best props is Steph Curry over 30.5 points. Bogdanovich over 17.5 PRA. Jokic over 8.5 assists. Those are my top 3 right there.
I like it. Can we parlay that? I think we can.
Yeah, you should be able to.
We should.
Some books won't let you. Some will. It just depends on the book.
Right. Can we do it though? I think we use the same book.
Yeah, you wager. Yeah, I think you can. But you
You know,
know,
if
I
you can
like
parlay props across games.
I like bet online because they let you parlay first quarters. You know, UAG won't let you parlay a first
UAG will
quarter.
not let you do that. That fucking
Y'all
sucks
got to
too.
put me up on some books. I'm gonna be in Atlanta in like 3 weeks, so yeah, I might need to.
All right, man.
Y'all got to put me up on some books out there.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, we in Texas, so we got to use offshore.
Yeah, you got
books.
more books than us
So
in
you got
Cali.
more
Yeah,
books
like we're
than
laughing
us.
out here. I didn't know that though. I thought,
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, you guys are offshore with it.
Yeah, we can't use legal books in the
We
States.
use legal books, and Texas don't let us do it. Sorry, ass shit.
Texas. I thought everything's a go in Texas. You guys weren't
No.
wearing no masks. Like what?
No, you can buy a gun. We'll give you a gun, but you can't make a bet. You can't do that. You can go buy an AR and load it the whole up, but you cannot make no bet. You better not get caught with no weed.
Yeah.
You can go buy some shit that'll light this motherfucker up.
Man.
And everybody's packing. Everybody. This is not the place to come without your gun. You might move here. We might give you a gun. Welcome to Texas. Here's your gun. Here's your home.
That's the welcome package.
Yeah, welcome package comes with a hunting gun and a rifle and 2 magazines.
LJ, you did you say 29 and a half or 30 and a half?
For who?
Steph.
It's 30 and a half.
Yeah. Got 1.7.
So I don't think we can do that, LJ, because I'm trying to do it. I don't think we can go across games. We can do same game parlays.
Yeah. Well, I know Bet Online lets you do it, so
yeah, I gotta open up me a Bet Online account.
You know what else is a good book we can use too? We can use Bet 360.
Hey, to our unofficial sponsors, UWager. You hear what's going on? You better make some changes.
Cut the check.
You better make some changes, UWager. Unofficially, that's our unofficial sponsor. We was cool with the dude that was running the Twitter. He was hitting us both up and tagging us and shit. Then I don't know what happened. Anyway, I don't know if people remember this segment though from back in the day. Me and LJ was talking about it earlier. Cap was kind of one of the first segments I started. $5 come up. Tell y'all what the $5 come up is. It is I think it's a minimum of 4. I can't remember. Maybe a minimum of 3. I think it has to be 4 because it's only $5. Little $5 come up. You know, this is like when you ain't got nothing in the tank. When I say in the tank, in the gambling account, but a little bit of change, $5 because you done lost or whatever. You're having a rough go at it, and you don't want to make another deposit. At least right now, you want to see what you can do with that $5. You want to try to come up,
I like that.
$5. So this is the $5 come up. It's a little 4-teamer I got for you guys. I haven't done one in a while, but I got one today. We're going across sports. I really wanted to add that hockey play, but I didn't. So I got 2 baseball plays, and then I got 2 NBA plays, right? Now, the first NBA play is we're on the Knicks money line. It's the first leg of the parlay. Knicks money line. Then we're on Minnesota, and I'm making you wait from early to late, but we're gonna take the over on Minnesota. It's 3-1 in the series, should be 4-1. Minnesota's gonna come out and give it what they got. We just need them to crack like 105. They're gonna give up 120. It's just what they do, at least the last 3 games anyway. So we like the over 224.5. Then we're jumping to MLB. We got the Mets on the money line right now. Tyler McGill's on the mound. I like him. I was betting with him last year. I think he's 2-1 or maybe 3-1 on the season. Can't remember quite who they're going against right now. Let me pull up my opinion list. It didn't pop up. I'm just doing this off the top of my head because I know what it is. They are playing. It doesn't tell me. So, but we like the Mets. And then we like the Brewers. They're going against Boston. And we're just fading Brian Bello. His ERA is like 16 right now. And he's only pitched 1 game. Keep that in mind. But I faded him last season, and his ERA was like 5, damn near 6. So it's not like the one game. I'm not using the one game sample size. I'm going back to last year.
You say
Faded this
his
guy.
ERA is 16?
Yeah, it's like 16. I double checked it this
Jesus.
morning.
Who
It's
is
different
this?
digits. Braden, if I'm saying it right, Bellows.
From who?
Pitcher for Boston.
Okay, the Red Sox.
Yeah, look that up for me. Pretty sure it's double digits. Last year, it was like a 6 or something high for the whole season. So like I've been dating this guy because I'm gonna tell you why I noticed him because one of my plays is Boston overs because they're a consistent over team. They hit pretty good, but their pitchers give it up too. So I always go look at their overs, and I just Bello just popped out of me because he was always getting his ass rocked, and so I started keeping up with his ERA, and it was like consistently like at a 5 or a 6. He's giving.
He can't even get past the 5th inning, bro. He can't get past.
He's giving it up. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Golly.
So that's definitely a lock of the day. I took the over just straight up without anything because like I just fade Bello.
I'll make note.
So yeah, that's the last leg of the parlay. He's going up against Burns in Milwaukee, who's a pretty good team themselves, and they're at the crib. They should take care of that. So again, we got the Mets money line, Brewers money line, Knicks money line, and Denver, Minnesota over. I should have did the Nuggets money line, but if y'all, I took the over. That's the 4 leg on the parlay. I might come back and do it again and just change that over to the Nuggets minus the 4 and add that Boston on the hockey to get me over. Just to mix it up a little bit, but that is your $5 come up. I bar my guy. What's up, my man? What's going down, dog? Appreciate you coming back with us one more time. Quick recap, real quick, on everybody's action for today. We'll start with Cap. Cap likes the Knicks. Let me know if I got anything wrong or am I missing anything too, by the way, Cap. Plus, my bad.
Yeah.
Plus, Knicks -2. Warriors -7.5. Then we jump on those dogs. Hawks +6. T-Wolves +6. Yeah, give me one more of those. Plus. Yeah. Mr. LJ, he likes the Warriors first quarter -2.5, and the trifecta for the Nuggets first quarter, first half. I left out full game for whatever reason, and full game. All spreads. Let me add this full game real quick. And full game spreads. Nuggets on the trifecta. Your boy, man, I feel like I be having a lot of plays. Everybody else be having one line, and then I be having like 2 lines. I'm getting nervous when I do a lot of plays. I like the Knicks first half and the full game. I also like the Warriors. I'm riding with LJ and plus numbers on this one. I like the Warriors full game, 7.5. I'm on the Celtics, but only on the second quarter. Money line, shout out Nasty Nate. He got me on that. Nuggets, I think they close them out tonight. -4. And as I've been on since the series started, I'm on the T-Wolves and Kings. I said Kings, that's crazy. T-Wolves and Nuggets full game over 224. And they have. That's everything for me. LJ, plus anything else y'all want to talk about before we get up out of here regarding the NBA?
Oilers tied up 2-2. Shout out to all my Canadians, man. Salute.
Sir, yes, sir. LJ.
Nah, man, I'm good, man. Just gonna sit back and enjoy the days. I will be on Jimmy live later. We're doing the live cap show.
What time y'all starting at?
I think it's at 5:30. I believe we're doing the Celtics and Hawks game, and we're doing the Mets and the Giants play Sunday night baseball. Yeah, I believe that's the 2 games that we'll be talking about tonight. So pub sports tonight, you know what I'm saying? Jump on, join the party because we cash money when we live, man. So
yes, sir. I like Denver all day. Yes, sir. Keelan, we are. I think everybody here except Mr. Plus is on Denver. And he didn't say the T-Wolves will win. He just likes them to play it. Yeah, LJ, I'll make shout out pub, man. I'll make sure I jump in that chat with you guys. Mr. Plus, tell the people where they can find you at.
Official No Cap Bets. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, the podcast, the YouTube. Find us on the IG. Dropping a little TikTok these days. You know, I got to keep it a little funny, keep it light for the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And 100 plus on the gram.
LJ from Houston.
What's the deal?
Where can they find you at, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. They can find me at LJ Sports Media on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube, Raw Words Podcast. Just type in LJ from Houston. It'll come right up. They can find me at Pub Sports. You know, tonight on Sundays, I do Wednesdays with Jimmy, the NBA segment. And I do J Money Show, talking with J Money on Saturday mornings, 11 o'clock. We live talking about the playoff games on Saturday. So, yeah, man, I got a full slate every week, man. Just trying to keep grinding, trying to get this bets on and looking for the people to cash, man. That's all we're doing. Just trying to find some money so we can beat these bookies, man, and cash these tickets.
Oh, real quick. I forgot really quick. The hoodoo play of the day is now 3-1. After yesterday. The hoodoo play of today is, I'm telling y'all, believe in the hoodoo. As SBO, he tried to tell y'all last time. Hoodoo play of the day is Knicks money line, people. Just give me kids a cash. Rock with me. Hoodoo play will be 4-1 when we check back in tomorrow.
Let's get it.
As always, let me see if I can do this. God damn it, I mess up every time. That right there, that's the homie Mr. Plus One.
Yeah.
Down here, it's the homie LJ from H-Town. You see the hat. Me, I am Marley Betson. This is Brothers in Betson. Like yesterday, smacked their ass up yesterday, 4-1. Smacked their ass up the day before that, was 3-1. So like yesterday, we gonna smack their ass up again today. Like today. And y'all tune in, because tomorrow, we gonna smack their ass up again. Y'all already know what it is, man. Let's beat Vegas. And we out this motherfucker.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey.